Hey, rock on come in, people. Just rock on come in. The music's sweet. The victory was even sweeter. 3-0 to the Arsenal. Zuby and our striker, the man himself, the masked bandit. You put chances in the box for this brother, and he is going to score. Man scored almost 100 goals over the past 2 seasons in Europe. He knows where the net is. This victory kind of validates a whole bunch of stuff. Kind of throw some of the stuff in the bin. Highlights what we thought some men were going to say after the game. It's a lot to unpack, but it's 3 points. Zubimendi and Gyokeres by Arsenal past Forrest. Put your best players on the pitch, you score, you win the game. Who knew? Who knew? Like if you lovely people have had the pleasure of checking out the Bruce Banana on Shane's podcast or Shane Goodness channel, big up Shane every single time. I said all Arteta has to do is pick the correct lineup and go sit the fuck down. That's it. Go sit down, and you will win the game. You pick the wrong lineup, trying to be cautious, disguised as cowardly, or trying to be cowardly, disguised as being cautious. You end up losing the game. But lots to unpack. Big up to every single one of you locked in already. The silent listeners. The top guy like Quaj. I see the BX Gunner in the building already. As soon as the stream was set up. It's the Arsenal kicking ass and taking names, leaving no hostages. 3 goals, 3 points, right? You can change the schedule, change the year. Result is the same. Forrest at the Emirates, it is 3-0. Could have been more, should have been more. 3 goals, 3 points. I'll take it. I'll take it every single time. Big up to Kwaja. Hope you are well, my guy. Big up to you every single time. Some more dappins going through. I see the dappins. Yeah, we're a little while from there, but that's the next big giveaway when we get to 2K. But we move, we move. Big up to you, man, every single time. One sub at a time, one show at a time. Big up to Cooper said can't stay. Wanted to show my support. Love Cooper. Appreciate your support every single time. Yeah, we'll get there, Quadra. We'll get there. We build it as we fly it. Big up to Gavin, legend. Hope you enjoyed the match today. Perfect performance. Nottingham Forest were poor. Yeah, we kind of pushed them back and made them look like the average team that they are. Big up to Gianni, the Italian mob boss. What you saying to us, bro? I know you caught the game. I know you watch it with a critical eye and know what is what. So big up to you every single time. Smash the likes and sub up. Big up to the chat. Yep. Some more dappins. Oh yeah, man. The legends are already in here, man. Like AJ, man. AJ put the link up already for Gianni. Yeah, so yes, people, make sure that we are sub to Gianni. Gianni is a top guy. Now, people, there's I went on the catch up earlier, on the domestics, and what really wants what they want to happen is for us to say, best performance ever. Nana Madueke is a world beater. Mikel Arteta is a genius. Everything is all sunshine and rainbows in the garden. Woo woo woo! Arsenal are going to win the league. It just can't be Arsenal at the Emirates moving to Forest and then we move on. It has to be a layer of, if we don't overly praise, then you're hit with the why you moaning again. I'm like, brother, but big up to brother Views as well, because Views was on the show. And the minute View said, I think Madueke could have been a little more clinical in the final third, man jumped about their seat and was like, what do you mean? Why are you having a dig at Madueke, bro? He just said he was good. I've actually said that he's been our best attacking player in the past 2 matches. He was the only one at Liverpool trying to try a thing. And he cooked today. He absolutely cooked today. But I was on with Waffle Don like a week ago when Saliba got injured. And with all the cautious, everyone trying to seem level-headed, no one's trying to be overly critical, no one's trying to be overly positive and negative. And there's a whole rift in the fan base right now with the toxic positivity merchants and the base gooners, the bottom gooners, and top gooners, and it's all a riff of whenever we win, it's see, we told you, say what you got to say now. Put some respect on Madueke's name. He's this, he's that. I'm like, brother, these men are forgetting that I have yet to predict the Arsenal loss this season. And all them toxic positivity merchants that were on the panel, none of them predicted a win at Anfield. All that chess. But when we went to Anfield, all of them was saying draw, this and that. I was the only one that said a 1-0 win. Because I actually believe that the team is good. Man, what you got to say about Madueke now? What you said about Madueke now? Like I have to remind, man, like, bro, they conveniently leave off the part where I said on August 17th, when the season starts and we go to Old Trafford, I expect Nani Madueke to put Dallo on his ass and slap one in the top bins. I am a Nani Madueke fan. He's an Arsenal player. I've been propping Madueke up for the longest on many, many channels, even on Rashid's channel. I'm like, he's an Arsenal player now. What's the point? When he goes on the pitch, I hope that he does well. And I have the receipts to prove it. And Madueke, you better rise, brother. You better rise. And cook this, brother, and put a couple of cutbacks on a platter for the striker. Because I want Madueke, like, brother, Madueke needs to make Saka uncomfortable coming back into the squad. He's about to have a run of games.
I highly doubt that's going to happen. But at the same time, I do believe Madueke can be effective.
Yeah, after today's performance, Saka should be looking at it like, whoa, Nani is cooking in the position that I was cooking in. But when you say it at the time, man, look at you like you're crazy. You know, first they call you crazy, then they understand. Me saying that Saka should be uncomfortable coming back into the squad, the implication behind that is that Nani Madueke would have performed. And these are the same people who was trying to tell us that Nani Madueke was being signed to be a left winger. No, he is better on the right. These men act like we don't watch football, like we don't know the game. Nani Madueke's best position on the football pitch is right wing. He came on the left wing every other time, and he hasn't looked great. Looked okay, but he is best on the right. So you put him on the right, and he looks good. I'm sure you've also heard me say, imagine Eze in those positions that Martinelli found themselves in. Imagine. Just imagine Eze. So said, so done. Now, I do agree that Eze is not a right winger. He's not an out-and-out right winger. But he is such a good footballer. He is such a good attacker. He is going to look good there. He is. What a baller. He gets by people with ease, just like, get out my way. So in that situation today, the goal we scored, it's 4 passes and the ball is in the net. It's 40 seconds on the clock after halftime. The ball goes back to Calafiori, 1 pass. Second pass is over the top. Eze doesn't take a touch to settle himself. He looks up, he sees the striker in the box, puts the ball on a platter for Gyokeres. Ball is in the net. 4 touches. Bang, 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 goal. Imagine Martinelli in that spot. He's either dribbling the ball out of bounds, he's trying to win a corner, or he's offsides. Eze looks up. Eze, he is known to play this way. He looks up, he sees Mateta every single time. Now he looks up, he sees Gyokeres. Bang, goal. What a baller. What a baller, man. Let me not get a big up to AFC always. Hope you are well, sir. What you telling us? AFC said BBK big up Arsenal like a boxer who throws jabs to win points. There's no knockout punch on the Arteta system. Yeah, bang, bang, bang. Yeah, because I actually thought we were going to dominate the ball a lot more. There were times that during the game, I'm seeing Forrest growing into the game. I'm like, like what's going on here? Let's just keep playing and keep doing what we did to get us the 2-0 lead. Because this is the difference between this year and last year. Last year we score that type of goal, we sit off and try to see out the game. No, you go kill off the game. You have a killer like Gyokeres. But we'll get into some of the player performances here in a second. But let me see if there's any other comments relevant to what I'm talking about right now. Arsenal have good players, but Arteta handbrake football keeps us vulnerable. It does. That's absolute truth. Good win, but the Arsenal lady 4-1, isn't it? Was it 4-1 or 5-1? Yeah, the ladies was cooking. Big up to BX Gunner in the man. Big up to you. Hey, What a find still. Yeah, like Mascara is looking good. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Zuby, what a goal. Shame Arteta never let him shoot that again. He actually had another one. He could have had two. He could have had a second volley, you know. I was like, ooh, the Emirates would have went mad like those. Imagine two volleys end up in the top corner. That would have been better than Declan. Tech. When every other kid are doing dribbling drills and formation drills and tactics, the Spanish Federation, those kids are doing tactics. They're doing tech. They're working on their tech. Because without the tech, the tactics, and the film, none of that means anything. They're always working on the technique. Even Moreno has good technique. He has brilliant technique, and he's low-key press resistant, like what Halftime Hook says. You know what I'm saying? Big up to Suge from down under. Everyone in the chat, big up Suge. Big up Suge every single time, peoples. Ladies and gentlemen, Suge, the absolute legend of a man. There's big up Taryn in the chat. It's 3 points we needed. Couple of positive things, but I still think, but things still need to improve. Nani was one of our better players. I need more. So Suge says it so eloquently. Like Suge says what I'm trying to say, but smarter. Because men just want you to ignore anything that can be improved. Like, okay, for example, right? In the service, we have what we call after action reviews, AARs. After any major training exercise, after any large scale combat operations, anything that required resources, any kind of training event. And we do an after action review where we do what was the intent of this training? Okay. What can we do better? What went wrong? So we have 3 improvements, 3 sustainments. What worked well that we can continue to do and continue to build on? What went wrong that we need to fix? Doesn't mean that the operation was a failure. It just means there are things that went wrong that we could have done better. Let's work on those. But when you say that after the Man United, when man says, what are you moaning about? We won the game. Okay, you just won 3-0 at the Emirates. What are you moaning about? There's always room for improvement, my brother. So big up to Suze for that super chat. Big up to Suze every single time. Where we at? Hey man, BX gonna checking in. Move Saka to the left wing and keep Nani on the right wing. And then Nani Cooks on the right wing. He's not great on the left. I'm sorry. And I'm with this. I said it in that on Rashid's channel with Bayledge. I said, brother, that's what it is. Saka needs to be uncomfortable coming into the only way he'll be uncomfortable coming back into the squad. That means Nani is banging. And if he is doing well, the team is doing well. You know? Zootan Clan, hey, nothing to quit. Hey, big up to Dana. Dana's bigging up everyone and all in the chat. Big up to Dana. And Dana's good. Hope you are well, Dana. No need to rush Saka and Saliba back. Let them fully heal. Facts. This is it. And recover. Even Declan Rice have had a breather on Tuesday too. And that's what I'm saying, Henda. I know sometimes I repeat myself a whole lot, but every panel that I go on before the season started, when the season started, and now, I've said I want us to be able to rest Declan Rice and still feel a strong team. And that's what happened today. We rested Deckers and still was able to feel a strong team. A team that should have scored more goals. Moreno should have scored earlier when Sells made that big save. Like Gyokeres almost moved the goal when he hit the post. What I love about Gyokeres is that when he gets into the box, he's not trying to do the link-up thing. Man is trying to put the ball in. He has one thing in mind. Not trying to look for a back pass or none of that. Man is about the business. Mascara. There were people who were giving him man of the match. People were legitimately like, yo, I don't know who did. Let me see who Footmob gave man of the match. Okay, they gave it to Zubi. Some people gave it to Nani. No arguments there. Gyokeres, no arguments there. The boys were class today. The boys were absolute class. Pick him up. Ultimately, the way everything has come to pass, we should just sow Gabriel Martinelli, move Saka left wing, buy Mbuemo instead of Nani for the white ring. Yeah, I I can't hide from it. I wanted Embuemo at the club. I think Embuemo is class. You know what I mean? You know, I'm not even sure who I want to win the Manchester Derby tomorrow. Because on one hand, I kind of want Manchester United to suffer. But on the other hand, if Manchester United wins and then City will be coming to the Emirates off the back of 3 losses. They'll be a really badly wounded animal. And we all know, you know, them damn wounded animals. Scary. It's a scary time. Martinelli has lost his spot permanently. I will raise my hand up and say I'm pleasantly surprised with Mascara because he was shit in La Liga. And same with Madueke. I'm happy to see them balling. Yeah. Like no one can say going into the summer, Madueke was on anyone's wish list. And then I had to point out to Dayo and Catch and SB, like, brother, let's not pretend that our concerns around Nani Madueke wasn't coming from a place that has valid points to it. Because we've made that mistake how many times? Because we were right about Havertz, we were right about Willian, we were right about Sterling, but men them expect us to just blindly follow and be like, another one, let's try it again from Chelsea. Like we're meant to be further ahead in our project. Oh, we signing players from Chelsea that Chelsea have outgrown when we're supposed to be closer to the title than them. That was a valid concern. Isn't that what gaslighting is? You know, I don't know these modern terms of toxic and gaslighting, but I think that's what gaslighting in this situation means, that people try to get you to ignore reality, to ignore truth, to ignore objective truth. And though not a single one of them 3 needs to go to Spain. Here, yeah, I gotta put the super chat up again from Suze, man. Suze, big up to Suze. Big up to Suze, man. What a guy. Yeah. So DX gonna like them men over there in the UK gonna have to stay up till 4 o'clock in the morning to watch that. I had to get up at 4 a.m. this morning to watch the Arsenal because that was a 4 a.m. kickoff for me. You know, but 4:30 a.m. kickoff, so I was up at 4 to go take a nap after that. Man, I didn't even see the Chelsea goat shit show, but I heard they dropped points to Chelsea dropped points to Brentford. Chelsea is lucky, you know. Chelsea have played 4 Premier League games and they haven't left London yet. Chelsea's game have been Palace, West Ham, Brentford, and some other fucking Fulham. So they haven't left London yet, and they've played 4 games. And that's how tight it is at the top earlier on in the season, because 2-1, they're at top of the table. They draw 2-2, and they fall all the way down to 5th. Big up to Rory from Red Road. Tell us that you are good, brother. Hope that you are well. Thank you for your service again. Thank you. Hey, big up to Giada, man. Big up to you every single time. Now, before I get into all the positive news, I was hit backstage and, I was punched up again during the podcast because I had something bad to say about our captain. Not something bad to say. I was just like, yeah, bro, like, soft. Men need to learn how to fall. How you gonna fall on the same damn shoulder that you're injured, bro? And you're a professional athlete. Like, I fall out the damn sky with a damn, 200 pounds of equipment, a rifle, and a parachute, and fall properly so I don't hurt myself. And you're gonna fall on the same damn shoulder. Contort your body so you don't fall on your damn shoulder, man. That guy. But now I hope he actually takes some time and go out the squad, because I want to see Ethan starting on Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? There is the link for Red Road, people. You can hit him with a sub. Great Arsenal fan that does fantastic content as well. Not sure why everyone is happy with Gyokeres scoring 3 and 4 when Gabe should be dropping, when he should be dropping midfield to prove these two detectives. You know that Eketike scores 2 and 3, and he's the best thing since sliced bread. And our guy is leading the Premier League in scoring in 4 games played, and it's a mad one. But it's the Arsenal thing. We just can't win. First time I've actually seen this manager manage the squad. Didn't rest Saliba, and Rice was rested. More of that, please. Yeah, hex. Shouldn't take him 6 damn years to learn these simple basics. Because how many times have we been calling for Saka to get rested over the past 3 years? Friends, family, rivals alike have all been saying Saka's overplayed, Saka's overplayed. And now, he's injured. We don't need Odegaard. Sell to fix the left wing. So the point is, when I started to get beat up on the panel and the chat when I said, it was addition by subtraction. Because just like the Leeds game, when he went out, the game picked up when Ethan comes on. He played 18 minutes. Like, I'm looking at FootMob scores, and he's the only one with a less than a 7 out of 10 performance. And if I'm asking the chat, and I ask everyone, when was his last good one? When was Odegaard's last good performance for us? It's been a while, isn't it? You can tell Arsenal fans are not used to having quality depth with the discussion, and some players are finished because they aren't starting. Act like you've been here before. Yeah, speak on it, Dana. I'm saying. I want Saka to come back into the squad. Like, yo, I need to keep my levels high because this Madueke guy is pretty damn good, or has been playing well. Big up to Sabi. Big up yourself in the chief. Keep up the work. You do the same, baby girl. I hope you are well. Conceição was actually available for 30 mil. I would have preferred him over Mbuemo, says Red Row. Okay. He would have been cheaper too. He's proven in Europe. Now, he is good. He is really good. I can hear that. None of his style will rub off on Martinelli. I think he comes good. I think Martinelli is peak, bro. I really do. I just think his fundamentals are so bad. At 24, he reversed his instincts. At 24, we shouldn't have to tell a professional footballer, especially in the attacking phase of the pitch, to hold his head up. It's jarring with him. Just hold your head up, my guy, because you do find yourself in really good positions. Sometimes I actually think it's by design that teams leave him open. That they assume risk. They assume risk with Martinelli because they know that there's nothing much going to go on over there. Big up to my brother Views in the chat. But I am glad to be proven wrong about Madueke. If he remains consistent, it's not just a purple patch. That means Arsenal are winning. Facts. But that's the thing. They want you to apologize now, Dana. Man, they were on the show saying, put some respect on Madueke's name. Okay? We'll put respect on his name. But if he has 3 thinkers in a row, or we're going to go on the panel and say, we told you he was shit. No, we're not going to do that because it's not an agenda thing. It's just a simple footballing thing. But with them, it's an agenda. If you don't say every player is the greatest, then you're toxic. And you're like, what? I'm even hearing after this performance that Mosquera just put up, and he was a good performance, that he is the best passing center back in the league. Hooks. Not making this up. Hooks, he said that. And I'm sitting there like, wait a minute. Man was just roughing us up for being reactionary, so to speak, when we signed Madueke, and we're like, we don't want this. But off his first start in the Premier League, he's the best ball-playing center back in the league. You see, there is no balance. It's like tug of war. There's the extreme left. Then there's I got to outdo your extreme. So I got to do some extreme shit over here. It's like we have this insatiable appetite to just sensationalize players, and they have to be the best this and the best that. It took me a whole 2 years to say Timber was the best right back in the league. And I don't even gloat Arsenal players like that. But now I'm hearing everyone else say it. Because there is no right back in the league that I'm taking over Timber. But I didn't say that after 2 performances. I said that over a period of time because the quality is there. But then he did his ACL. You wonder how man is going to come back from an injury. And you're like, yo. But he's come back better than he was. The game was actually the game was the only game that was reasonable. It was okay, your time. Oh yeah, you're down under, isn't it? But yeah, it's a 4:30 kickoff for me. I don't miss him. I can't miss him. I have to watch him, man. Odegaard never learned the good old tuck and roll. Yeah, bro, you're a professional athlete and you're just gonna fall with all your weight on the damn shoulder. All your weight on the damn shoulder. I mean, what have my You got 17 and you're locked in, you know. This is how I hire. That's 1,250 feet in the air with 200 pounds and a weapon in your side and a parachute. And the wind picks you up and carries you. And I've done it 112 times and never fucking injured my shoulder or my knees. Sometimes we jump at night when you can't see shit. You're a professional athlete. Just gonna jump and just roll on your damn shoulder. Come on, man. Addition by subtraction. As soon as Ethan came onto the pitch, man did the business. Big up to Savvy Pinky and Will. Took him 5 years to assemble the real the real source of that midfield. You know, he should have put the damn real source of that striker up front as well. It's like, innit? But we got Gyokeres and he's banging in goals now, so it's calm. You know, it's calm. I hope the Eze Gyokeres link up becomes a thing like Mateta and Eze. Yeah, Eze knows how to play the ball to a striker. But this is what I'm saying. When I started the stream there and with my opening monologue, our feelings towards the Liverpool game are validated now. That not that we needed it to, not that we needed praise for it, but we said this before the ball was kicked. If you start Gyokeres without Eze, who the hell is gonna get him the ball? He got him the ball today. He didn't need to be in the game coming into the midfield, linking up and all this. Nah. The minute the man got a touch inside a dangerous area, bang. I even said that if at Anfield, if we created 3 chances for Gyokeres, I think he bags 2 of them, at least one. How many clear-cut chances did he get before that one? None. First chance that goal is in the net, 40 seconds from kickoff. That's a strike force. Big up to my brother Views every single time. Get Gabriel Martinelli and Odegaard out and free the 11 and the 8 shirt. Hey, I hear it. So the thing with opportunity, right? Opportunity will really knock, you know. Opportunity will not chase you. It will knock. Most of the time it knocks once. It doesn't like to re-knock and keep knocking and keep bugging you. So an opportunity has presented itself to Arteta, not once, but twice now, to move on from Odegaard as a captain, as a starter. Because now you have Declan and you have Gabriel who are putting in good performances. Just give them the armband and let Odegaard go rest. And if it's based on merit, he doesn't walk back into the squad. Because it's not like we need any of these cameos to prove that Ethan was good. And I'm tired of Ethan only taking the pitch when Odegaard gets injured. Right? Ethan played against Leeds because Odegaard was injured. Ethan only took the pitch today because Odegaard got injured. At Anfield, Ethan did not touch the pitch because Odegaard came on in the midfield. So we can't have that when we have someone who's better in that creative space than Odegaard. You play him there. You play your best players, and you give yourself a chance to win. Imagine that. Sue says part of Odegaard issues is on Arteta. I hear it. I hear it. No one is gonna, go against the Arteta tax. Big up to Hendo, man. Have a great night, my brother. Hope you are well. Hope you had a good day, man. On top of the 3 points, 3 goals, 3 points. I'm here for it. I am here for it. Just trying to skip through the dap-ins real quick. We could get 85 million pounds for Odegaard and Gabriel Martinelli. Get them gone. I hear it. I hear it. So, the depth is a thing, and I don't just dismiss the depth because the depth is there to be validated, right? Because against Port Vale, so everyone was fit. Say if everyone was fit going into Port Vale, and you had the Champions League game Tuesday where you play your strongest team, right? But against Port Vale, you play Kepa, you play Benjamin White, you play Nketiah, you play Mosquera, you play Skelly. That's your back 5. With everyone fit, you're probably looking at him playing Norgard. You see him playing Moreno and Ethan, your midfield 3. And then your front line, you can see him playing Madueke, Havertz, Martinelli, or Trossard, Havertz, or Jesus. That's with everyone fit. Either way, Jesus or Havertz, Martinelli or Trossard, that's enough to be the League One side. And that's so I named 12 players, 13 players, none of the first team guys, right? No Saliba, no Gabriel, no Raya, no Eze, Gyokeres. But all of them men need to be on the bench, yeah? But my man of the match data has to be Zubi. Zubimendi scores a brace, a worldie to open the game up. I think he was class in that midfield. He was picking up great spaces, pipping and pocking. Yeah, he was class. It's Madueke gets an honorary shout. I think Mosquera was good. Timber's just, Timber's my guy. You know what I'm saying? Timber's just doing Timber things. I think Calafiore was kind of careless at times. I see man popping up at right center mid as a left back. There was a breakaway opportunity that we got that he almost turned into a goal for Forrest. That's the one when they actually hit the bar. I'm hearing that Raya got a tip onto, it was a save. I think he hit the bar either way. But he had Eze and he held on to the ball too long and got dispossessed, and he went the other way and they almost scored. But if he can get that little bit of bozo moment out of him, I think he'll be fine. Because we knew from last year that Arteta that's Arteta's guy, innit? He wants to start Ricardo as his starting left back and use Kelly as his relief pilot, kind of like how he did today. But Kelly broke onto the scene the way he broke onto the scene last year, with the injuries compounded to Calafiore. And he just couldn't deny that talent and had to play him. So yeah, I hear it. But I think Moreno was good in the midfield. I have no qualms about him. But Eze, Gyokeres doing what we bought him to do. I hear it. But yeah, it's Zubimendi for me, Dana, all the way. Timber's in the red zone. Let's talk about that. Yeah, so Ben White is back into the fold. Heard he's training. I think he might have even been listed on the bench today, did he not? Yep, he was on the bench today. So I wouldn't be surprised if I think Timber will start in the week in the Champions League, but I don't think he plays 90 minutes unless it goes pear shape. Timber's the cheat code sometimes. Yeah, he's like a bulldog. He doesn't back out of any challenges. Good with the ball at his feet and can go forward. I think he might be the closest thing we've seen from in a fullback capacity is Ashley Cole left. Not saying he's on that level, but going forward, coming back, he's not a liability going forward or in defense. And I rate that. AJ says, so what's the point of Hincapié? I think Hincapié is just a better version of Kivior, isn't it? A way better version of Kivior. Kivior goes, Hincapié is there to play when Gabriel is not playing or when Calafiore and or Skelly is not playing. I really do. So I think if Gabriel is being rotated, say Gabriel picks up a knock, you will see Hincapié coming on just to play. First, he's the first name in line when Gabriel is being rotated. And I did go and watch him. Over the international break against Paraguay and against Argentina. He played left back one game, played left center back the other game. Don't remember which one, but I know in both games, Ecuador did not concede. Big up to Suge again. No, man, I got to give Suge a round of applause, Big round of applause for Suge if I can ever find him. Big up to Suge, man. Another super chat from Suge. Absolute legend of a guy that Suge is, Big up to him every single time. Says, imagine if Nani had the perfect passer for breaking those lines. But that's the difference with Eze. Broke the line and served Gyokeres on a plate. A beautiful plate of food. Delicious. Just pick up and start eating away. But yeah, Nani, and that's the thing. Essentially, that's what reviews said on the catch-up. But they took that as a dig. And I was like, bro, just because you won the game doesn't mean everything is sunshine and rainbows. I'm pretty sure that Thomas Frank, who did a madness today at West Ham, will go look with him and be like, okay, even though we won 3-0 versus 10 men, we did some things wrong. There were things that we could do better. This is one of the things that Nani can do better. But you can't be asked. You cannot be critical without being called. It's just, how did we get here? You know, sometimes how do we get to the point where you can't, make any kind of rational criticism of a player without being abused? It's madness, Big up to Suge, man. Big up to Suge every single time. But then Capier, he does look good, AJ. He look good, but there's international tax there. So, yeah. Hey, no arguments for me. This is the only Arsenal player that I actively gloat about. I said there are strikers in this Premier League that I'll take over Gyokeres. Yes. There are right wingers in this league that I would take over Saka or Nani. But when it comes to that damn right wing spot or that right back, there's none. There's none in the Premier League that I'm taking over Timber. I just think he is class. I just think Suge is the GOAT, man. Suge is the absolute GOAT. Then I said, we need to get the ball to Gyokeres early and as much as possible. He guarantees goal spirit. Benjamin Tesco needs to respond. Your move, United. So it's calm. It's calm that Arsenal Football Club has played first with all eyes on them for the weekend and didn't give us a long weekend. We can actually put our feet up and say, okay, we're going to enjoy the Manchester Derby tomorrow. We'll hope that Burnley do a Brentford at Turf Moor. I can't name too many Burnley players. I know Kyle Walker's there. I think Obafemi is. I don't know too many Burnley players, but I won't get my hopes up on that one. I got Liverpool winning 4-0. That's what I picked. But let me see how many. Let me just have a quick glance of my predictions yesterday and see which ones I got right or close to. I had Arsenal winning 3-1. Yeah, I missed that. I've given them a goal. I had Bournemouth and Brighton drawing. That was good up until a point. I had Wolves winning. I had Tottenham. I had that as a draw, and I had Chelsea winning 2-1, and then But yeah, I got this for Burnley, and I got this for the Manchester City derby, and this ended up being a 0-0 draw. So yeah, I was a little off with my predictions, but I have still yet to predict a Arsenal loss this season. Yeah, but all the people who think we have the greatest squad in the world and the greatest manager did not have the gall. They did not have the unmitigated gall to say we were going to Anfield and win, because they were scared. Just scared, just like the manager was with his tactics. That's a spot on comment. Arsenal have the best right back and the best ladies right back. Shout out to Timber and Emily. Big up to Emily. Big up. They 5-0 Liverpool. Yeah, I think Liverpool put at least 4 past them, but 5 wouldn't surprise me. AJ said 2-1 Man United. So City gonna come to the Emirates on a 3-game losing streak. I don't think that works well for us. If they win, it'd be a heartbeat. The up and down on the spectrometer, whatever, the EKG thing, up and down. But do we really want City coming to the Emirates on a 3-game slide? I don't know. I think they will respond to that. They want a piece of us. We embarrassed them last year. We utterly embarrassed them last year. Big up to LFC Monster. Your move, homie. Your move on the chessboard. Say, what's good, Taryn and Chet? This is what it truly. I'm not happy, man. I'm content. I know what I'm dealing with, because I went on another podcast right after the game was ended, and it was just man lined up with shotguns to me and use his head saying, apologize to Madueke, apologize to Madueke. Like, brother, I'm actually rooting for the boy. I'm rooting for him. Ever since. No, I'm not going to lie. I did not want him. But what's the point of rooting against him when he's wearing the shirt? But man, apologize to him. Put some respect on it. Yes, respect will be put. I put respect on his name every single day because he's an Arsenal player. Like, what are we doing? But it's you can't win with these men. It's like they sit around just to say, "I told you so. I told you so." No, I'm not hearing that. But seriously though, Arsenal Football Club as a family, Arteta, if you're going to be invited to the Arsenal family cookout, we have to have a conversation about your captain. We seriously do. We look better without him. We do. because he's doing the same old shit. Same old shit. Even in the 5th minute of the game, we're down by their end of the pitch, and he gets into a good area. And he's still trying to do this scoop pass thing. Ethan does not do that. Ethan is having a goal. If you're a defensive player like I am, I love playing against players like Odegaard because he's predictable. You know what he's going to do. And you can commit to cutting off the passing lane because he will not shoot. Ethan will keep you honest as a defender. He would. But we need to have a conversation about that captain. You must. This opportunity will only knock so many times, Arteta. You know, you heard the story of the drowning man who believed in God. He was out there drowning, and 2 ships passed him. And he was out there praying, God, please save me. God, please save me. And he didn't get on any one of the ships. And when another person came by and threw him on a damn boat and took him back, and he was praying, and he said, God, why didn't you save me? And God said, I sent you 2 ships, dummy. You didn't get on any one of them. So the football gods are giving Arteta opportunities disguised as injuries for you to move on from Odegaard. Now, if you want to be stubborn and go against the will of football and go against the will of the team, it's going to cost us. We look better without him. We do. This is a classic case of addition by subtraction because we have other quality players in that space. And we have leaders on the pitch that can wear the armband. Now, he can be useful as a squad player. He can be. But he can't be leading us out in tough games. And he can't be rushed back next week against City. I don't even want to see him in the Champions League fixture. If you can't lead your men, you're going to walk off the pitch in the first half of every single game. Yeah, bro. And I know I might sound harsh, people. And maybe I am. But you're talking to someone who has snapped their shoulder back in place and picked up a rifle. So I might be coming off a little bit harsh or a lot harsh. But you can't be landing on your damn shoulder every single time you're on the pitch, bro, and marching off. And I don't want to see Ethan just getting minutes whenever you're hurt. I want to see you fit on the bench, looking at Ethan Cook in your position. Maybe that will light a fire up under your ass so you can play better football. Are you, man, going to capitalize on Man City's poor defense is the question. Hey. Oh, is Man U going to capitalize on City's? I'll tell you what, Dana, I don't think Amorim is going to go to go to the Etihad and be scared like we did at Anfield. I actually think he's going to have a go. And that's what I think. Man City will pick him apart. They will score, but I just think City will outscore them. You know? We're talking about Olivia. Okay. I was looking forward to her pushing the ladies up the table, but you came in with the £1 million and that extraordinary Canadian lady that's now wearing Arsenal colors. Pick up to Olivia. Did Norgard disappear from the face of the earth? Was he in the squad? Nope. He wasn't in the squad. Hasn't been in the squad for any games. He's giving us Tomiyasu vibes, Dana. That's what I'm getting. Getting Tomiyasu vibes from him, and I don't like it. You know? He's busy in the IT department. Hey, AJ, thank you for asking, man. The injury is going on well. And I got, what's today? Today is the 13th. On the 15th, I will be given or denied clearance to get out the brace and be able to walk normally without the brace, without the crutches, without the cane. We'll be able to walk normally. So hopefully I can get through all that. AJ, they're going to need some special to get past Chelsea Smith to provide that magic. Hey, man, the ladies' football, I love it. I love it, you know. But, yeah, the Manchester Derby will be – not that we have – I guess we do have stake in the game because Man City is there or thereabouts. You know, we know that these men can put 10 wins together, but their defense is in poor form. But I'm pretty sure they have faith in Pep. I'm just not sure. Maybe a draw might be the best result for us. I don't want to see this team wounded beyond what they're wounded coming to the Emirates. Because if they come to the Emirates, on the 3-game skid. I just think they will respond in a way that might make Arteta cower a little bit. Big up to Suge against it. Imagine a world where we sell Trossard and Odegaard, get a proper left winger, then play Eze or Ethan in the 10, Saka right or Nani right wing, and this left wing, Gyokeres leading the line. Yeah. Then he would get 20 goals. He would get 20 goals easily because right now I got him between 18 and 22. We did that, I'm looking at 20 to 25. And if we have an Arsenal striker getting 10, getting 20 to 25 Prem goals, then you're talking 30 in all comps, then we're back there. We're back at the Van Persie levels where we are included in one of the best strikers in the world. Because right now we're not. The best center backs are having a conversation. We're in there. The best right backs, we're in there. But the best strikers, Gyokeres is good and we rate him highly, but he's not there yet. But with that type of wing play and that kind of creativity behind it, with the deep line playmaking ability of Zubimendi, then yes, he should. He should, and I'm hearing it. I'm here for it. Our game will be perfect entertainment to get in the mood for the derby. Calafiori defending concerns me. Yeah, he does get out of pocket. He bombs forward a lot. And that like because we won the game and everyone pretty much had good performances, people are forgetting that he really did. He was the reason why they hit the bar. Dana says we need to have honest conversations. We may need to move on from players from 2 to 3 years who were good 2 to 3 years ago. Simple as that. And stop hoping they come back. And this is it. This is a wonderful comment. Big up to you, Dan. Because we've seen like that. For example, we've seen Chelsea are really good at this for moving on from players. Enzo Maresca came up with Leicester, got Leicester promoted, got the Chelsea job, brought Dewsbury Hall with him. Then he realized that Dewsbury Hall, Leicester, Chelsea, this is not the level. And sells him to Everton, yeah? He's at Everton at Burnley. I think he's at Everton. Sells him. Move on quickly. These men even won the Champions League with Kai Havertz, but it's not the level. We're moving on from him. Madueke was one of the players that they thought they had moved on from. Not to take away from anything that he did today, but this is a fantastic comment. Yeah, move on. How long did El Neni stay at the club? Cedric, Zinchenko. A lot of these men stay at the club way too long because we don't know how to move on from that. We're hoping that they're going to hit form. No. Xhaka stayed here for 6 years. People think because he had the good season at the end that his time at Arsenal was roses and gold. No, Xhaka was not good. Xhaka gave us one good season, one average one, and 4 shit ones. 4 shit seasons. We'll not forget when he let dummy the ball against Wolves and let the man go ahead and score. It was him who two-footed Ferran Torres, and we got punched up 5-0 at the Etihad. I remember him two-footing Human Son in the damn derby where we lost 2-0. He's just, we need to. I love that comment there. Love for that one. All hail Olivia. Rumors we are about to offer Saliba and Saka 3 and 30. That would be crazy to pay a center back that. To work that hard. Big up to Rambo Kanambo. To work that hard to get the wage bill down, only to do that to it. But we start raking in the trophies. It's not our money, and we can't care. I just don't want to hear when it's time to move on and sell players, or it's time to go make a big buy, but we don't have money because we have players on these ridiculous wages. Don't want to hear that. I can't let myself sell Martinelli. I think Arteta has destroyed him, and a new manager will improve him. I hear it, Suze, but I just think his fundamentals are so bad they might be incorrectable. Like irreparable damage has been done to him by Blunderman. Like seriously, just when I see Estevao at 15, 16 with the fundamentals, even Savinho at Man City, he has the fundamentals. Not the finished product yet, but he has the fundamentals of a Brazilian winger. Martinelli just don't do winger things. I think in those same positions that Eze found himself into, that Martinelli don't give us the output. Eze does, because he's a proper footballer with great fundamentals. Yeah, these players, move them on and upgrade. If only I had, Only hold it if you go manage to win big trophies with Smith again. Another UCL. Big up to Unknown Figs. We need Eze to assist Gyokeres on Tuesday night against the Athletic Club. Yeah. Hey, this is what it is, Unknown Figs. Saturday, Tuesday, Champions League nights. I'm here for it. It's a weird kickoff time, too, isn't it? It's not your traditional kickoff time. It's 9:45 mine time. So it's an evening kickoff, like 5:45 UK time. That's a weird one. There's the link for Unapologetic Podcast, people. Make sure you are subbed to him as well. Show him some love. So far, so good. Still have room for improvement. Trust in Bertha to manage the squad. He has my faith. Yeah. So yeah. Part of that is the Mascara performance. Mascara steps in for one of the best center backs in the world at one of the toughest grounds in the world. Doesn't put a foot wrong. Continues it up with another 8 out of 10 performance. Now he catches the eye of like, oh, Bertha's onto something for 13 million. So now we're looking at Henk Kapai like, okay, Bertha scouted him and signed this guy. Okay, in Bertha we trust. He moved, but he has given Arteta a pretty damn squad going into the season to the point where Odegaard gets injured going into a Champions League game and no one is sweating. Take it back 3 weeks. Odegaard got injured. Saliba got injured during the game and no one really panicked. To the point where I predicted us to win. I predicted us to win based on Odegaard not even being in the squad, let alone he played. So the squad is there. The squad is there. I actually believe Benjamin Kepa, Ben White, and Capie Mascara, Skelly, Ethan, Moreno, Zubimendi, Dauman, Trossard, Martinelli is enough to beat Port Vale. So we rest 9 of our starters. Xhaka had a heart when nobody else had it. I won't hear any Xhaka slander. Xhaka was a red card machine, BX Gunner. Man was choking man, getting red cards. 2-footed man giving away pens and getting red cards. Scored a couple of bangers every now and then, but that 2022-2023 season, he was good. But when we signed him in 2016, we were in the Champions League. We never made it back into the Champions League until he left. Yeah, long-range bombs. He had that. He definitely had that. Can't take that from him. I'm not sure if I would offer that much. Unfortunately, Saka has become injury-prone, and no defender deserves that. Facts. Yeah, that's a lot of money for a defender. And, that's Saka. A lot of money for Saka still. Not going to lie. Going to have to play Saliba to keep him at Real Madrid at bay. But we can sign him and he still go to Real Madrid. I just want to make sure that when he does go to Madrid, we get 100 million pounds for him. Because we can take that 100 million pounds and in Bertha we trust. He finds another Mascara for 13 million. And we go splash the cash on another goal scorer because those cost money. Dude, Gabriel is Martinelli savable anymore? I don't think he's savable. I thought you were about to say salvageable. But yeah, I do think Martinelli was even shocking when he came off today. What the fuck has happened to him? He's just peaked. Then this is what happens when you have bad fundamentals and the game catches up to you, I would trade Saliba for Rodrigo and buy Mark Gahey from Crystal Palace, then trade Saka for Elise. Hey. There's some bad boys, I think Bayern Munich would move hell on earth to keep Elise at Bayern. Because they have some big Champions League aspirations this year at Bayern. Because, they haven't won it since, 2020? Suge, I fully agree. Gabby Martinelli would be the better backup. Not gonna lie, man. I'm not so sure. I think Arteta out, would get him out today. I'm leaning on the side of Martinelli needs to be moved on. The manager said he wanted 2 players for each position, so he got it. So he must deliver. Simple as, yeah. He has it. Now, if we think in some positions, he has 3 players. He really has 3. Yeah. So the squad, even even Liverpool fans, with banter aside, have sincerely said they think our squad is better than theirs. Now their starting 11 and their front three, front four even, good enough to run with anyone in the league, and I believe that. Probably even better than ours. But as a 24, 25 man squad, the excuse express is sweating bullets right now because they have no excuses. Please like the stream if you haven't already. We're up to 18 likes. Can we get to 20 likes, people? Can we get to my reasonable everyday target of 20 likes? Would be nice. If I see Saka play against Spurs, Dana, if he dares, make him he cannot. This would be negligence. He would be negligent. Yeah, it's a hard sell for me that they're gonna move head. They're gonna keep that boy. I rate Elise, man. That boy is, that's a winger. Yeah, you got Mo Salah, you got Lamine Yamal, you got Elise. He's just, and I think he even played in the 10 for France the other day. Yeah, he's a classy attacker. Like as they would really do more damage in the 10, but if he has to drift out left, he is just such a baller, man. I just rate that guy highly, man. I was thrilled and relieved today when I saw his name on the T-sheet, because I do believe, I'm like, bro, you start your best players, we win the game. It wasn't no tactical masterclass needed. With all due respect to Forrest, no tactical masterclass needed. It's Forrest. So unknown fix, sell no, take that trade. Yes, they would. And as Arsenal, you ask the question, innit? As Bertha, that's your responsibility. You ask the question. They say no, but you ask the question. You think they would take Saka for Elise? Maybe the best version of Saka, coming off two hamstring surgery on one leg and another hamstring on the other. I'm not sure. I'm just calm now that Saka can actually recover. And like Dana said, if he puts him on the damn pitch against Port Vale, because I've heard those rumors, Saka's back in training. Nope, don't want to hear it. I wouldn't put one squad above the other. They both have very good squad. Yes, and the tiebreaker goes to Liverpool. 1, you're the champs. 2, you have the better manager. You have the know-how in your squad, title winning experience. That counts for something, And I do rate Isak, man. Goal scorer, difference maker. That boy. Actually, yes, I'm mod for Bayern fans, and they will do that in an RB. Oh, yeah, okay. I hear it, AJ. Whenever AJ drops the mod flex, listen, because AJ is the mod of the mods, and he's telling us that we're on 20 likes. So thank you, people. You're far too kind. You're far too kind to this Jamaican youth, But big on up, man. Love every time. At least has a release clause that activates next summer and anticipating bids from English club. How much is it? How much is that release clause? 80 million euros. Props to Trussard for the assist, though, the 12th man. Yeah. And this is what he does, isn't it? When he comes on in the 78th minute, he's dangerous, especially when you're up 2 or up 1, when you're winning. Shit, even when the game is tight, he comes in and win you a game. In this capacity, Trussard, very useful. Kind of like, you remember the Villarreal game. No, not the Villarreal game. The Athletic Bilbao game at the Emirates, when Gyokeres scores, then Kai Havertz comes, picks up the ball from half line and runs and makes his mind up that he's going to score. In that capacity, he is useful. So yeah, Trussard, I hear it. Yeah, he is a shot, but it would be Asensio or even Hanko from Atletico. That Hanko is good, not gonna lie. Ooh, Canelo. Gonna go Canelo. So unfortunately, it's gonna be late for you, man. Or early, really early for you, man. But good time for me in the States, so I will be catching that. And yeah, I was up at 4:30 to catch the damn Arsenal game. And it's not just Arsenal. Any one of the big games are on, I do get up and watch it. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't mind selling Havertz and Martinelli to get Alvarez from Atletico. That's another shout. That is another shout. Another footballer that I rate highly. Suj, I like Kanza from Villa and Tapsoba from Bayern. I like Kanza. Did he? I think he just scored for England, didn't he? Yeah. Saw Edu on TV, almost jumped out of my seat asking what if he what's he doing here? Bad memories. Yeah, I did see him. The cameraman just had to find him, they just had to. They just be trolling, but they just they had to find him just to see. Darren, you're way too kind. Only you're way too kind to me. 34 wrench. So I'm a hardworking man. Hey man. The mod of the mods. Big you up every single time, my brother. Yeah, starts at 2 a.m. for us. So I'll be walking out at like 5 a.m. The things we do for sports, the things we do for 11 blokes that I don't want to say we never met because we meet these ballers and sometimes they're really nice guys and really nice kids in it. But for two boxers, the things we do for sports, the love of the sport, you can't fight it. You love it, isn't it? It's unwavering. We love sports. We love sports. But people, I've hit an hour. I was supposed to do a match review. Match reviews take 8-10 minutes. But when I get on here and talk to you lovely people, there's so much knowledge in this damn chat. So much knowledge. I see regular names and then unknown name, but I'm glad the algorithm found you. Thank you for your opinions. Thank you for your thoughts in the chat. And says if Edu was here, we would have got Nicholas Jackson and Garnacho. Instead of Gyokeres and Eze. Oh my days. And you know what's funny? I can't even lie. It's true. It could. Yeah. So we've upgraded. We've upgraded from Edu to birthday. And pick up to Edu. I give him respect. He's an invincible. And I'm pretty sure he loves the club, but him and Arteta at the same time was probably not the best combination, isn't it? So, I hear it. The Konza doesn't fit the age profile. Huh? Moreno didn't fit the age profile. He was 28. Arteta loves him. So I should stay up. I did it for Paul versus the Tyson debacle. When I used to deploy a lot between 2003 and 2009 at the Super Bowls, the Super Bowl in America is a big thing. Super Bowl comes on 3-4 o'clock in the morning and we're in the desert watching on a big screen. All of us gathered in the clamshell. It's tactically suicide because any indirect fire comes in and we're all clustered together. But that's how much we love sports, that we risked our lives to watch the Super Bowl on the Armed Forces Network. It's a mad one. But big up to every single one of you, man. I hope you are hitting the like button, people. Hit us up if you haven't already. Grateful and honored to have your time to talk some football. We'll be back tomorrow with the Waffle Don and a couple of other guys on the Five Guns podcast. But thank you again, you lovely people. Big up to Suj. Big up to LFC Monster, Unknown Figs, Dana, AJ, the mod of the mods. Hope you are good, my friend. I hope you have a great rest of your night. Big up to every single one of you. If Edu was still here, he'd find a way to bring back Lord Bettner. Oh my days, that's a banger. We have to hand it on that one right there, because oh man, big up to Stu. But Unknown Figs, big up to you, my brother. Like I always say, people, take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, we are gone.